Morning, it's day 3. Just realised I forgot to do a review last night. I was pretty shattered actually yesterday. Although it was only about 12 miles, it actually took out a lot more out of me than I thought it would have done. So yeah, pretty tired. I'm staying on a campsite. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a photo of where I actually had my tent up. I've taken it down now, but here's the actual little pitch I had last night. This is in I think it's Dartmoor Shepherd's Hut or something like that in Michelcombe, I don't know how you pronounce it. Yeah, so didn't get the best night's sleep unfortunately, because there was a bunch of lads sat up chatting till 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, a bit of a grumpy Andy this morning. The plan today is probably try and go to I've forgotten, Widdecombe on the Moor, and then make a decision as to what to do from there. The forecast is for rain, well, light rain most of the day, but it's actually a sunny periods, blue skies at the moment, so long may that stay. Don't particularly want to walk in the rain, but anyway, let's head off and I'll speak to you soon. I'll pass some rather nice houses with fantastic views. Just had a nice cooked breakfast to set me up for the day in the village shop in Holm, I don't know how you pronounce it. So yeah, that's set me up for the day, because there's not too many facilities now until you get to if indeed I even drop down into Widdecombe. So so anyway, I've got plenty of water on board. I've got a nice big fat full belly. It's just started drizzling a little bit, but so I put the pack cover on, but unless it gets any heavier, I'm not going to bother putting waterproofs on, because they just make you sweat. So you know, you're wet either way. But anyway, time to burn off some of those calories. Blowing out my house. That's quite some climb up from the river valley bottom. There's some interesting rock formations around here. Just turn the camera around. Yeah, don't know if you can see in there. Just a clump of rocks, and then there's another set just up there as well. Yeah, I think, well, they're far too big for anybody to have moved there, so natural. But yeah. Oh. Yes, I'm definitely out of condition. I mean, obviously I've just had a big fat breakfast, which, although it helps to fuel you up for the day, it also means you're carrying a lot of excess weight in your belly as well. And I might need to stop in a bit for a number 2. Yeah, these rocks. But yeah, there was a little bit of drizzle. It's still a bit murky, but not coming to anything. Bit overgrown, this path. Let's see. Yeah. Must remember to check myself for ticks later, because last thing I want to do is get Lyme disease. A friend who had that, very unwell with it. Just opening out onto right over here. I expect, oh, it looks like people have wild camp here. Set a fire there or something. Yeah, it'd be quite a good little spot for wild camping there. Yeah, I'll have a look at the map, see what this is called. Must have a name. A big outcrop of rocks. Yeah, that'd make an excellent camping spot, because there's a water pumping station nearby and a cattle trough, which, if you've got a set of spanners, etc., you could probably open up and get fresh water straight off the cistern, rather than that, or even if you've got a water filter, fill some of that muck out of that. But yeah, it looks like it's actually not very far, well, right next to a road as well, which may be a good or a bad thing, because of course it means if it's near to a road, then every Tom, Dick and Harry might come here and camp. I'm assuming this is a fire break that's been mown into the gorse on this hill. I don't think it's a new motorway that's being built. Yeah, because obviously they must get a lot of wildfires up here. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is. Unless anybody knows any different, leave a comment below. Just come over Bell Tor corner. Hopefully you can see there's a little bit of drizzle, but we've got to go, I think it's down this valley and then round, and then hopefully we're going to sort of go up a river valley. I don't know how well you can see that, because it's gone a bit murky in the drizzle now. But yeah, going up the river valley towards, I think it's Ponsworthy or something like that. Ah, you're right.
How steep is it going up there? Is it?
That's quite steep for
Okay.
only for a short distance. Yeah, probably well, like a quarter of a mile, and then you're in this thing.
We might try it.
Yeah. Well, let's just put it this way: cars just gone past me, albeit with a rather chubby chap in it, and he was struggling to get up.
Okay.
Um,
Maybe we'll take this one.
yeah.
I don't know which is best. But thanks a lot.
I got distracted by that motorist and headed in the wrong direction down there, when indeed what I need to do is go through this little path here. This is one of those rare occasions where the path is actually giving you the easier option than going on the road, because if I'd decided to stay on the road to Widdecombe on the Moor, I'd have had to go certainly up a very steep hill, but at the moment this path is taking me along sort of the river valley. No doubt at some stage it'll make me eat my words, but yeah, at the moment the easier option, albeit not the smoothest, levelest of paths, but never mind. Can't have everything, can you? What I don't want is too much overgrown vegetation, because although it's not soaking wet everywhere, the drizzle has caused a bit of moisture on the plant. So obviously if you're going to go going through very overgrown, you're going to get soaked from all that water on the plants. Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder whether the path is making me eat my own words. It's quite a technical section, as in you're having to look where you're putting your feet, choosing your footholds, etc. Yeah, not the easiest walk. I mean, pleasant. Obviously, but when you've got a heavy pack on, it just makes it slightly more challenging. But I suspect if this was a day walk, with just a day sack on, it'd be a nice little walk. But yeah, so relatively challenging. Anyway, I'm coming up to a point where I need to make a decision, because the Two Moors Way doesn't officially run through Widdecombe on the Moor. But that's the only place with any facilities whatsoever. Before, I've forgotten the name, somewhere near Chagford there's a pub on tops of the moors. So either I divert off the path and go to Widdecombe, have a couple of rehydrating beers and something to eat, and then head off onto the moors to Wild Camp, or I keep going and go for that other pub that's right on top of the moors near Chagford, which will be right towards the end of the day, and then have something to eat there, or drink or anything, refresh my water bottles, and then find somewhere to Wild Camp. So I'm in an hour in, and I'll have to make a decision in a minute or two. That's a handy sign. What's that supposed to tell you? I don't know. Right, I've reached the point where I either stick on the road that I'm walking on and go over the top and down into Widdecombe, or I take that path up there and stay on the tops, which is probably the official route, although a diversion route is into Widdecombe. I don't know how well it shows up, but it's heavy drizzle up here. I'm getting tired, could do with a little rest, and so sitting out in this drizzle is not the best option. Oh well, it's probably just the thought of a beer. I hope the pub's open anyway. I'll be gutted if I get there and it's not. But I'm going to head down to Widdecombe anyway. This has been a steep descent down into Widdecombe, which means only one thing: it's going to be a steep climb back out of it again. So I only hope it's going to be worth it. The couple walking up ahead are also doing the 2 Moors way. They stayed in the same place as me in Ivy Bridge, and then same place as me last night, albeit they're not camping, they're staying in accommodation and having their luggage transferred every day. But nice way to do it if you can afford it. I've just spent a couple of hours in the pub in Widdecombe. I forgot what the name of it was now. No, Old Inn, I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, 4 pints down, so hopefully not slurring my words too much. But obviously, as I said earlier, it was a steep descent into Widdecombe. So now it's a bloody steep ascent to get back onto the moor. The plan is to carry on. It's only, what time is it now? 5:15. So I'm certainly going to head up and go up to Hookney Tor, where there's is it Grimm's Pound, old Iron Age village or something like that. That's about 3 miles, I think. So that's where I'm aiming for to wild camp tonight, because I think hopefully there might be a water source there. I did pick up a bit of water in the pub, so I've got enough to get by, but it's always nice to have that guarantee of a little bit more if I need it. Yeah, but as I say, nice steep climb to burn off them beers. but my feet are nice and rested now at least. So hopefully it won't be an issue to do these few extra miles. As you might be able to hear, out of breath, halfway up onto the moor from Widdecombe down the bottom there. Still drizzling, and it's a little bit windy than what it was earlier, but this drizzle's supposed to pass. I hope it does. Right, that's where we've just come from. I'm now back on the Two Moors Way proper, heading off in that direction. Right, I'm at Hambledown Beacon. I'd love to show you the views, but I don't know if you can see behind me, it's just thick mist, so there's absolutely nothing to see. Yeah, so this is Hambledown Beacon. I've just got about another mile or so to go to Hambledown Tor, as I say, where that medieval village is, whose name I've forgotten, Grim something or other. And that's where I'm got plans at the moment to wild camp. We'll just see what it's like when I get there. The wind's picked up a bit, and yeah, suddenly got quite chilly, because even though I've been working quite hard, normally I don't feel the cold as such, but yeah, suddenly started to feel cold. So I've put my waterproofs on, waterproof top on anyway, just to keep some of the wind chill off. It's not far now, I can't see, but I should be able to see from where I am as to where I plan to stay. So yeah, hopefully we'll be down, get out of this wind somewhere, find some shelter, and get the tent up. Right, there's Grim's Pound medieval village in the distance down there. Hopefully I can find a little bit of shelter amongst those rocks. Probably have to share it with some sheep, but yeah, that's where I aim to stay tonight. If I can't get in there, there's a few rocks on top of the Tor over there, or if push comes to a shove, I'll just have to carry on. And over there in the distance, and I very much doubt whether this camera will pick it out, there's a pub, the White Building, where I can aim for, but I don't intend going there tonight. I'm gonna see if I can find shelter down the bottom. The entrance way. go up to the Tor up there and see how much shelter that offers. As you can see, I set the camera up in time-lapse mode to show me pitching the tent on top of Hookney Tor. That was the only sheltered spot I could find from the wind, although it wasn't a completely level pitch. Unfortunately, I then forgot that I'd put the camera in time-lapse mode and recorded myself making a meal and doing a review of the day. But unfortunately, obviously, that recorded in time-lapse mode and didn't do any record any voice, etc. So overall, it was a good day and thoroughly enjoyable. Not too tired or worn out.